a re-election of Trump or again a win for Biden? Would it somehow seek to reclaim and restore US's respectability around the world?
I think that's a good one for Professor Wilson to take up first. Prof?
Yeah, the research that has been done has shown that America's standing in the world has diminished considerably under Donald Trump. There's no question that there's a lot of work to be done to really improve relationships with the traditional alliances that constitute NATO. There's no question that there is quite a lot to be done in recharging the global economy. There's no question that we really need to tackle climate change. Irwin had mentioned the importance of climate change to the Caribbean. If you have seawater mounting, if you have glaciers melting, if you have all these kinds of storms that have been rocketing the American coast, I think they've had 5 storms that has hit Louisiana in this year. Unless we find ways to seriously tackle climate change, it is going to be detrimental to the planet. And so therefore you need an administration that is going to restore the Paris Accord, to get a cooperation that will include China, India, and the other major countries in the world to reduce the level of pollution taking place. So you really need a new way of looking at the world, not in terms of encouraging divisiveness. We need to turn the page and realize that there can be a much better world. We have the wherewithal in terms of technology, robots. We're in the age of artificial intelligence, big data. We're able to perhaps solve the pandemic in another couple of months through vaccine. So we have all this scientific know-how, but we can't continue with somebody who doesn't even understand the scientific method. That is the major weakness of Donald Trump. Every undergraduate gone to a serious college will be exposed to the scientific method. Donald Trump has no capacity to reason, no capacity for critical thinking. And so we really need to make certain that the people we elect to office, not as inexperienced, do not have the disposition to create chaos, so that we can create a world in which humankind can begin to deal with some of the fundamental issues confronting the race.
Well, let me put that same question to Irwine Clare. Are you seeing a restoration of the standing of the U.S. with a Biden or a Trump?
Restoration with Biden, obviously. It is clearly evident that Mr. Trump will continue on his pathway that he feels that he would have been so successful at if he's reelected, and he'll be further emboldened. We have seen in the past that he hums up better with despots, with persons who will go contrary to what this whole United States is all about. The removal of the United States from the WHO in a pandemic.
It's crazy.
Duh. I mean, where are you going to find, which other organization are you going to find to work with to deal with this whole the spread of how you manage this pandemic? So coupled on what Dr. Wilson says, yes, in a Biden situation, the United States has to restore itself, because you cannot continue to pride yourself as the leader of the world when you yourself are now following despots and reaching out to a guy in North Korea and say you send him love letters and he likes me. It's not about liking me. It's about what the country stands for. So we have leadership today that resonates around how people, whether people like them or not. If they don't like me, then it's retribution. No. That's not how countries and organizations and successful businesses are run. And don't tell me about Donald Trump's success here, because to weasel out of $250 million from a bank deal, don't tell you that you're smart. It says that you're corrupt. But anyway, the point here is this: is that going forth, the United States have to lead, because there's a vacuum right now and it's causing challenges worldwide.